Best part about having your home gym is you can grunt, you can yell, you can do whatever you want. It's my fucking house. I could be naked right now if I want. I'm butt ass naked right now. Balls just swinging. Today we've got dumbbell press, push-ups, getting into the main bread and butter flat bench, and I'll do a feet up, low incline barbell press, and then moving into a foam roller fly. Really like a foam roller fly. I'll show you how to set that up. Rear delt cable cross, some squat curls, and a kneeling rope push down. So I've been watching a lot of Jonathan Warren's stuff and just trying to integrate as much of it as I can. If you don't know who Jonathan Warren is, I suggest that you go and look at some of his stuff. But he is big into the expansion compression model and just understanding that at the core of exercise, you want to try to keep your stack. Powerlifting, you almost have to contort your body into very compressed positions, like a big arch for bench press. And that is what allows you to leverage in a way that you can do the most weight. Those positions over time, over exposing your body to those positions, reps and reps and reps, thousands of reps, they cause issues. And I know that to be a fact because I have those issues. So I'm trying to undo some of that stuff. And so like something like the kneeling rope extension, right? Where I'm able to kind of just really take some of my lower body out of it, keep my glutes engaged, keep my ribs stacked over my pelvis. It's nice. It's nice. I can't lift that much weight, but it feels nice. And I'm just trying to integrate as many of these concepts into my training as I can. So, all right, I'm gonna get into it. I'm pretty much warmed up. I got a decent pump going. Pullovers, press downs, face pulls. That's what I like to do for my upper body, kind of warm up. I did some flies to get rolling, so I'm pretty much ready to jump into the dumbbells and the push-ups. So let's fucking go. Fuck. Woo. Woo. All right, so really solid first set. Woo. Chest is lit up. Chest is lit up. This is obviously it's a floor press, right? Something about it though, almost having that restriction of range of motion, I can just keep the tension right on my pecs. So I really, really love these. Almost as a, I don't want to say activation, but I can just get a really good connection off of it. And so I like putting that before some of my big pressing. So I'm also at the top of each rep. I'm really making an effort to just let my shoulder blades move. I'm not trying to pin them back. I'm getting a little bit of protraction up at the top, letting them go until I feel that pec get fully shortened. And a part of that is it's gonna be some protraction. That shoulder blade's gonna have to come around a little bit. I'm not trying to exaggerate it to the point that I'm rounding my back so much, but I'm just letting them move and just trying to visualize the pec opening up, the pec closing, and trying to build as much of that good connection as I can so that I can take that into the bench press, the barbell bench press. But man, right off the jump, fucking crazy pump. I'm flat right now. I dropped the GH dose My body weight just started fucking plummeting, and a lot of the fullness that I was carrying, which is really water retention, but a lot of that fell off, and so we can see all the fibers and stuff, but I look a lot smaller, but good pump nonetheless. So hopping into that second set here. Let's go. Best part about having your home gym is you can woo, you can grunt, you can yell, you can curse, fuck, you can do whatever you want. It's my fucking house. I could be naked right now if I want. I'm butt ass naked right now. Balls just swinging. I could, I might, you know. It's my shit, you know? All right, good set. Dropped off on, so I hadn't originally planned to do the bilateral pressing. It was all just gonna be unilateral, but I gotta find a way to make it harder. 10 reps on each side. I guess I could have pushed the rep range out a little bit more, but I'm just mixing it up, just going, some of it just off the cuff, so.
Tabletops, the best of common, so we see them. Shit where mama gave them that they is the reason we can show up. No pump shot, this spot, we got no stars. They go nuts with the Delts, stepping on song.
All right, so that wraps up floor press, alternating dumbbell floor press. So we're on to the bread and butter now. I'll work up to 235 on flat bench and see how many reps I can get. Getting into my working set here, everything feels really light. And if you're wondering, you probably saw me warming up, film that, putting like 10s on, right? 10s on each side, or sorry, 2 5s on each side, because I don't have 10s, I don't have 25s. So when I warm up to the bigger weights, oftentimes I'll just put 10 pounds, 2 5s on each side, do a couple reps, 2 more 5s, do a couple reps, so on and so forth, right? So anyways, warm-ups feel really good, feels light. So 235 for 10 shouldn't be a problem, and I'm not really doing as many as possible. I'm doing as many as I can before shit starts falling apart. So there's a big difference between as many as you can and as many as you can before shit starts falling apart. So I just try to keep that in mind. But before we get into that, check this out. So I've got this home gym. I'm still building stuff. I still got pieces I want to add to it. I want to get those like hex lighting, like that you see in the garages, like the hex lights. It's like hexagonal. Anyways, it looks really cool. It's on the ceiling, right? But for now, I've got these smart light, and I can control them from my phone. So it's got an app. I can change the colors on demand. Oh shit, on demand, just like that. They're all linked. So there's 4 lights, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is starry sky, forest, river. But anyways, it's pretty cool. So I've got a vision for what I want to do and with this gym and what I want it to be. I want the ceilings painted black. I want the walls painted black. I'm a personal trainer as well as an online coach, so I want to be able to train clients in home. So I want to have this be a professional space that looks professional and feels professional. So as much as all of this is for me, it's also for me professionally. You know, I'm just gonna keep developing it. You know, it costs money. It's not cheap. So, you know, I'm not gonna wait until I have all the money to do it. I'm just gonna piece it together piece by piece, like I've been doing. So, same thing with training. Like you're not gonna get there in 1 week. So, you just need to fucking start. You just need to get going and figure shit out as you go. Make the gains as you go. Okay. All right. Enough of that. No music on this one. I just want to be focused. Let's go. Oh shit. Ooh. Ooh. Hey. Oh. Ah. Hey. Ah. Hey. Ah. Woo! That was a good 12. Pause. I'll take it. Could have paused at the top, eked out a couple more. I'm just trying to keep that rhythm, trying to keep that tempo, and that's where I landed, 12 reps. I'm happy with that. Bust some of this weight down, 205 for 3 sets of 8 to 12. I'm supposed to be doing foam roller flies, is what I did last week, but I'm actually gonna mix it up a little bit, mainly because I'm lazy and I don't feel like setting up. You know, I don't want to bring the bench from over there to over here and then put the foam roller on it. That's a lot of work. So I'm just gonna do standing cable flies from high to low. Ooh. Ooh. Hey. 30. Oh, gee. Ooh. Woo. We're gonna go for the old faithful drop set. So what I'm gonna do is I'll get as many reps as I can on the fly. I'm gonna turn that into a press, as many reps as I can. Drop set back into a fly, as many reps, and then a press, as many reps, all right? Ooh. Ooh. Hey. Hey. Oh. again. Got my titties hanging out. Titties hanging out. Oh, but you're lucky it's not my balls hanging out too. Ball swinging. Beautiful. Woo. Cover them things up. That's the OnlyFans. That's not free. I put the link. All right, so next on the menu, we've got some, honestly, they're a cross rear delt fly with the cables, but it's some shit that I made up. So I'm just going off a feel off of this. And this is kind of like the cool thing about having a home gym. I can do stuff that might look stupid, that I might not do in normal gyms, but I can find the muscle that I want to hit and experiment. And so that's just kind of, what this is. So I'm gonna superset this with some kind of like high lateral raises, essentially, okay? Ooh. Fuck. Woo. Delts are on fire, boy. So yeah, hit some partials at the end of that rear delt fly. I've just found for me, like rear delts to respond well to higher reps. And also like a lot of people have a hard time finding their rear delts, so sometimes you just have to stack up a bunch of bad reps before you, and not bad, sometimes you have to stack up reps before you can even make the connection and make the handshake on that muscle to be hitting it effectively. And I think rear delts for a lot of people is one of them. I can connect to mine pretty quickly, but still, I like doing some very high rep sets. I think that was like 24, 25 reps, something like that on rear delts. I like working that in. It seems to work well for me. So I actually just watched that set back, and one thing that you'll probably notice is that my shoulder blades almost look like they're pulled back a little bit. And something I've found in IQ for myself and for my clients is that you really kind of want to keep your shoulder blades neutral when you're doing rear delt movements. You don't want them pulled back. You're activating all that kind of scapular tissue, shoulder blades pulled back. So I tweaked the setup a little bit. I brought the cables down and moved the bench away so that the cables are almost pulling me into protraction. And we're gonna see what that looks like on my back. So hope when I watch this set back, I'll be able to see my back look a little bit more flat and not have those shoulder blades retracted back as much. Oh shit. Yeah, I think that one looked better. We'll see. Ooh. Oh, shit. All right, last two movements on the list. We got a squat curl and a kneeling tricep row press down. So I'm just gonna superset between the two, just bounce back and forth. I think I got like 12 to 15 reps on both of them. So just gonna knock it down, get a nice pump. This is not supposed to be, this is not my primary arm work. So this is just like a touch 'em, right? So not going crazy, not going, you know, convulsing, failure, just get a good pump, have two hard sets, shut it down, that's it, go eat. Ooh. 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 Oh. Woo. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. Woo. Yeah, buddy. Oh, shit. Full. Woo. Right, so that's a wrap on this one. Good session. Had a really good pump going on. Kind of lost it towards the end, and you may have noticed I've got this CGM on, and despite the fact that I ate a meal before I trained, about an hour and a half before I trained, and had intra-workout carbs, my blood sugar is still tanked. Right now I'm just like, I'm burning through food. So I kind of knew, as I started losing the pump, I'm like, let me see what my blood sugar's doing, and it's down low right now. I don't feel, I'm not hypo or anything like that, but I definitely noticed that it tapered off. The pump tapered off towards the end. So overall, it was still a good session. Good connection with everything I was trying to do, and hey, stack up a bunch of those days. Eat your food, get your rest, rinse and repeat. That's the name of the game. So I'm gonna close this one out here. See you on the next one.